YouTube channel by Gnan Manjari Modern School for Standard 9th. Our subject is Science and our current chapter is Natural Resources. In this chapter, in the previous video, we have learned about the water, pollution of water, its causes and its harmful effects also, and about air pollution. In the last period we have discussed about the air pollution, its harmful effect, and we have just started about water. Means water is a wonderful liquid. Why? Because it is naturally available in all the three forms, in means states: solid state means ice form, liquid states means water, and in the water vapor means in the gaseous state. So it is a wonderful liquid. At the glaciers and at the snow on the mountains, it is in solid form, and other two forms are liquid and gaseous. So we have discussed all about the air pollution and also the water, a wonderful liquid. But today we are going to study about the water pollution, how the water is get polluted, and which are its causes and which are its harmful effects. Okay students, I have written on the board because in your textbook it is given in the paragraph. So this will be easy to learn you. Okay students, now our first point is, what is water pollution? When we can say water is polluted water? So I have written here, water when contaminated with unwanted substances, chemicals, makes it unfit for use and causes diseases is called polluted water. Means some unwanted substances are mixed in water. They can be the gaseous form, can be the solid form, can be the liquid form, but it makes the water unfit to use. If a person drinks that water, it can suffer from the diseases. This type of water is called polluted water. Students, for the life, the most important thing is air, because we can't live few minutes without air. And the second thing, most important thing to sustain the life is water. A person can't survive more than few days without water, and it should be clean water. Otherwise, he or she can suffer from many type of diseases. So, first of all, what is polluted water? The water in which the harmful substances, unwanted substances are dissolved, and due to that this water is not preferable to use as a drinking water, and because it causes many type of diseases, this is called water pollution. Now number 2, what the water by which means the water is getting polluted, means the causes. Sewage from towns, cities is dumped in the water, and in the groundwater it is mixed with it, then it causes the water polluted. Number 2, fertilizers, pesticide, insecticide. When the farmers use these pesticides, fungicides, insecticides, but during the irrigation, all these insecticides and other fungicides are washed away and they added in the ground. So it makes the land unfertile, and fertility of the crop is also decreases. So these are the causes by which the water is getting polluted. Number 3, influence from industries. We know students, today there is the industrialization, so many factories are there, and in by each factory smoke and any harmful gases are released. So many harmful gases are released. These harmful gases are added in the atmosphere, and while the rain, these gases are mixed with this rain water, and it makes the water polluted. In the previous session also we discussed this point in the form of acid rain. When the gases like SO2, when it added to the water, rainwater, so sulfuric acid is formed, which is harmful. And this type of diseases are of the skin diseases mainly. This is the cause how the water is get polluted. So main three causes I have written: sewage from towns, cities is dumped in water. Secondly, in the agriculture, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides. Fertilizers, if they are the organic fertilizers, then it is okay. But if it is chemical fertilizers is used, so it is good for the healthy growth of the crop, but it makes the land polluted and also decreases the fertility of the land. Insecticides, pesticides, fungicides, they washed and with water, and land get polluted. So in this way the water gets polluted. This is the second cause of water pollution, and also just we have discussed influence from industries. So these are the causes by which the water is getting polluted. And now harmful effect of water pollution. Polluted water when consumed causes many diseases. Definitely, if the water is polluted, so the person suffers from many type of diseases if he or she drink that water, which are water-borne like cholera, typhoid, etc. These diseases are called water-borne diseases. And if the water is polluted, the person suffers from this type of diseases. Secondly, mercury in soil dumped by industries. So the main byproduct, that mercury is getting out from the industries, is dumped by industries, causes the brain disease, and this mercury is very harmful for us. This mercury is causes the brain diseases like Minamata. So this is the one of very harmful cause by the polluted water. And number 3, many life forms which are susceptible to temperature change die. What is the meaning of susceptible? Means the animals which are marine animals, they can't tolerate very high difference in their temperature of water. Suppose they are used to live in a cold water, and if the temperature of water rises, so they will die. They can't tolerate that temperature. And if animals are used to live in a hot water, and if the temperature changes and it becomes cold water, then also this type of animals will die. So they are not easily live in the temperature difference in water. They will die, and sometimes their life come to extinct. So these are the harmful effects of water pollution. Also, I have written on the board what is water pollution, cause of water pollution, and harmful effect of water pollution. Students, just note down this, very important, because in your textbook it is given in a paragraph. Here I have written in point wise, very short points are there. It will be easy to remember you. Okay students, just note down this. I am giving you 2 minutes. Students, soil is an important resources. Just like air and water, soil is also an important resources which decides the diversity of life in that area. And what is this soil and how it is formed? I have written on the board, students, the rocks at or near the surface of the earth are broken down by various physical, chemical and some biological processes. The end product of this breaking down the fine particles of soil. So soil is an important resource. So many minerals are there in the soil. But how this soil is formed? So the rocks which are near to the land, these rocks are breaking down by chemical processes, physical processes, some biological processes, and due to this, these big rocks are converted into fine particles of a soil and they spread in that area and soil is formed. But here, which are the chemical, which are the factors, chemical factors, which are the physical factors, and which are the biological factors which are responsible for the soil formation? Students, we know there are minerals which we are getting from the earth crust. Upper layer of the earth is called crust. So, we are getting the minerals from it, but they deposits there from the millions of years and they are formed in the fine particles and from that we get that minerals. But which are the factors? Physical, chemical and biological factors. So here I have wrote these four main factors which are responsible for the soil formation. First of all, the sun. Now, sun is the natural resource and it gives the light and heat. When the light of the sun means sun rays fall on the rocks and at the night there is no sun, no heat. In the daytime, due to the sunlight the heat is there. So due to this uneven temperature of day and night and also the seasonable uneven temperature, there forms a cracks in the rocks. See students, these very important and easy points are there. Try to understand all these points. First of all, the sun. We know the sun is a natural resources of energy and here due to the sunlight and heat of the sun, uneven temperature creates on the rocks and due to this uneven temperature, cracks are formed in the rocks. Okay, so this is the first factor which is responsible for the soil formation. What next? Water. Now, when the water falls on these cracks, again the water, when it is the temperature is normal, it is in the liquid form. When the temperature is low, it converted into the ice form. So due to this again different states of water, these cracks becomes widen and due to this widen and also with the rainwater, it falls on these cracks and also the upper crust of the rock is going down and it is formed the soil particles. Again with the water it goes away and away. So the parent rock, the soil is formed is far away from the parent rock. So it is given here. Okay, I am reading from here. Number 2, water helps in the formation of soil in two ways. We have discussed the 2 points. In first way, in the cracks water falls, and also sometimes it is in the ice form. So it widens the cracks, and due to this, and fast flowing water often carries big and small particles of rock with it, and the rocks rub against these rocks, and resultant abrasion causes the rocks to wear down into the smaller and smaller pieces, and it is called soil. So soil is thus found in the place far away from its parent rock. Parent rock is here, the soil forming is there because these fine particles are going away from the parent rock with flowing water. Okay, so this is the second and important factor which is responsible for the soil formation. Now we will see the wind. Again, wind. What is wind? We have discussed from the last two periods. Wind means the running air, and it caused by the difference in pressures. Okay, now this wind is the process similar to the way in which water rubs against the rocks. Due to this wind, the rocks are rubbed, and strong wind also erode the rocks down. And when these winds are very strong, erosion of the water rocks takes place and forms fine particles of a sand, and one place to another like water does, and also they flow away with wind from in the large area. So the water and sun creates the cracks. Water and wind, they are responsible for cracking of rocks and forming the soil. And also one more factor which is living factor. So here we are saying that physical, chemical and biological. So this is called biological. Water is chemical, sun and wind are the physical factor. Also water comes under the physical factor. Okay. So living organism also influences the formation of soil. The lichen. Lichen is the lifestyle. It forms the lichen that read about earlier also grows on the surface of the rocks. While the growing, they release certain substances that causes the rock surface to powder down. So these lichen are found on the surface of the rock, and they release some substances due to which the rocks are converted into the small particles. It makes the powder of the rocks. While growing, they release certain substances. Here it is written certain substances, not the name is given, students. They causes the rock surface powder down and form a thin layer of soil. Other small plants like moss are able to grow on this surface, and now they cause the rock to break up further. And again the rock is breaking down and the soil formed. The roots of the big trees sometimes go into the cracks in these rocks, and the roots grow bigger. Sometimes there are big trees are there, and the roots go into the rocks, and also they are responsible for the breaking of rocks, means they are responsible for making cracks in the rocks, and also ultimately for the soil formation. So these are the 4 factors which are responsible for the soil formation. Okay, students, just note down this. Okay, students, now time for homework. short note on soil formation. And a short note on water pollution. In both of these short notes, you have to write what is soil formation and also about the factors. It carries about the 4 marks, students. And also, this is water pollution. What is water pollution? It causes any harmful effects. So, you have to write and learn everything, students. Okay, bye, take care. We will meet in the next session.